Morning folks, and welcome to more dinner table demonstrations or dilemmas. I'm going to talk about something slightly different today, and this is fueled by a comment that was made on the THG Facebook site after somebody had posted pictures of some bits of equipment. So we're going to look at the ways that a phone would be connected, a landline telephone would be connected to the phone line. I'm actually armed today with half a cup of coffee after the pop quiz on Radio 2. I have no association with Radio 2, other broadcasters are available, and me biscuits, so I might have to stop there. Anyway, so originally, or many years ago, the phone would probably be connected with a block terminal like that, which that one's a BT20/4. You might be able to see that on there if I can get it in the right place, and it will just have a few screw terminals in there for the phone line and the phone to connect to. Fast forward a good few years, and these are probably more recognisable to most of you that are watching. The good old BT52A. These came in a variety of colours, which often matched the colour of the phone. There's a yellow one somewhere, or there was, yeah. Which often matched the colour of the phone, and also the colour of the phone lead on that one there. Look. They also had an internal strap. If I can get the screw off this one. They also had an internal strap for extension bell fitting or various other facilities. Also, you'd notice on that grey one there actually isn't a legend on there. I've got two there, one with I've got one there with GPO, and actually one that says British Telecom. Get it right in the camera, we might get somewhere. Right, so that was that. So if we then before I do that, some phones were actually pluggable, but long before the advent of what's known as the new plug and socket system that became available in 1982. And in that case, you would have a jack socket on the wall and a plug attached with the phone attached to the other end, which would plug into the jack socket. Now at that time, and I think that one says POTEL on it, yeah. At that time, the GPO, as it were, insisted that any call that you received, you had to be alerted to. So if the phone was disconnected from the socket, there would always be a separate bell installed. That's just a big bell in a bell box. To give you the idea of the size of that, there's one of today's standard phone sockets. So let's fast forward to 1981, when they started to deregulate the phone services, and they introduced a socket which looked very similar, albeit a bit longer, to the BT52A, but it actually had the socket on the end. Now, I honestly thought I had two versions of this, but I haven't. And I think that fits in, if I can get it in, and that fits in there like that. Unclips, there's a little clip on the end there to unclip it. Now I've got three of these. Going the right way around. I've got three of these, and if you notice, the one at this end has a little tab there. Originally, that tab, there would have been a protrusion from that, which would prevent the plug from being withdrawn from the socket once the lid was screwed on. If you look inside some of these, once again, I'll get my screwdriver for this, probably easier. Never want to come off when you want to remove them. Oh, come on, play the game. Right. So inside there's all the components, the capacitor and the opt-out of service resistor, and you'll see them on one of the newer sockets as well. There is I've got the extension version of one of these, and I think these are the 620. That's the 6 the 621. So the 621, the 620 would be the captive version, but like I say, somebody's clipped that bit off. The 621, which is the non-captive version, and the 622, which is the secondary, that would have no components in it whatsoever. That is purely for wiring an extension up. If you need to know anything more about that, I'm sure you'll find the information on the internet. Just plonk them out the way, and so there were the first really type of phone sockets that would connect to a current day landline phone. Then we got the LJ21A, I think this one is. Doesn't actually, yes, yeah, LJ21A, and once again there's the components in there that allow the phone to ring and provide a bit of high voltage protection. The connections on these, you noticed the other ones had screws. The connections on these would be IDC connections, where the cable would be punched down into those connections using a chrome tool. There's a later one there. You can just see the differences between the components. There's not a lot of difference apart from the spark arrestor, which is more of an electronic one and caused quite a lot of problems when it failed. So that's those two. Once again, I'm sure you know how that fits in there, like that, and you can unclip it by, if I press the clip that way, you'll be able to see better. That's it. You could also make these sockets into a captive socket by using the locking bars. There's some there. It's still in a packet. I haven't opened them yet, so you get the idea how they work. I think it actually shows you on there somewhere. Right, and then if we go up to, well, not present day, but fast forward a bit further, BT then produced an NTE 5A, which the front was detachable on the NTE 5A, so you could put your extension wiring direct into the back of the socket without interfering with the wiring that came from the BT GPO end. More uncommon is the NTE 5B. That's the same as the 5A, but it has a blank front plate. So there you can see behind there, there's the test socket, and there's the connections where you would connect line. These were used more in businesses where the sockets would maybe go, the cable coming from that would maybe go to sort of a distribution panel before they went on to where the phone was. Couple of other things. I think the only other thing I've got is my lovely little 2A switch. These were used in very early days to switch things like answering machines over, or to provide other services. I can't remember what it's called now. Subscriber controlled transfer, but all that did, I think, was put a resistor across the line, and then everything else happened at the exchange end. Shame I hadn't got the main thing that was fueled this video was a comment I made about the captive socket, and it's just such a shame that that has been snapped off, because I honestly thought that I had a proper captive socket. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't, you don't have to watch any more. Nobody's forcing you to, but thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.